Oh,
You gonna follow that up with anything, or that's the whole tune?
Bob got raped in Wisconsin.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Station. This is Bob.
Hey everyone, this is Miles, and welcome to Static, a podcast.
What'd you say? Static?
Static.
Static. Welcome to Static.
Static.
Hey, everybody.
Hey everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So
So
I've mentioned this before,
what's this before?
but it you know
But
it should be mentioned again.
It should be mentioned again.
I think my wife's trying to kill me in some way, accidentally, because we
You
had.
didn't think I was. You didn't think I was funny. It was I was like echoing everything you were saying. You didn't think that was funny? Yeah.
No, not really.
No. Okay. So I tried to kill you, and then what happened?
So we had to go to Minnesota for some family stuff, and she always we get the Airbnb, and I'm not a big fan of the Airbnb, so but this one, I mean, it was fine. I mean, there was nothing like wrong with it or anything, technically, but I swear to God, these stairs.
Swear to God.
I swear to God, these stairs were like not even like 5 inches wide, and they were carpeted, and so I can't even fit my foot on them because I have a larger foot, and
Yeah.
I don't have good knees.
You have cankles.
And I don't have cankles, but I don't have good knees.
I've seen you naked. You got cankles.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I got to go up these stairs that are like, they're steeper than hell because it's an old house that they're renting out, And
you have to go sideways.
Yeah, exactly. They're carpeted. Going up wasn't quite as bad as coming down because, on carpeted stairs you just slip and And I'm like, holy, remember I talked about we went to Kansas City once, and then we were on the third floor. We were walking on these precarious steps, which it was frozen at that time. It was a February or something. And so it's like that. It's just so precarious. So we get up, I make it up steps, but I'm pretty much, when I get up the steps, I'm not going back down the steps until I have to, because it's just freaking me out,
Yeah.
I mean, just any wrong move, and there goes the kneecap, or I slip, fall headfirst down the stairs, and there's a wall at the bottom. It's not like it's open or anything.
Just scooch down on your butt, man.
Yeah, I should have like a little kid.
You got plenty of padding.
I'm climbing stairs. Look, I'm climbing stairs. And so it's a bunch of us. That's why we get the Airbnb, because there's more than just two people. And and so then we get to the bedrooms, and my wife's like, okay, there's no king bed here. I thought there was a king bed. Because we have a king size bed at home, and she wants a king size bed when we travel.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, well, what do you want to do? And she's like, so her and I, we slept in the kids' beds. They had like two kids' beds.
Well, sorry, those got ruined.
Yeah. And I'm like, they were like sleeping on a rock. I swear to God, I felt like I was on the metal exam table the whole time. I was like, holy shit.
Roll over.
Yeah. Well, no, they were on opposite sides of the room and everything. So that was real nice. And then kind of the piece de resistance, if there is such a thing,
Yeah.
was there's one bathroom, which is fine. Everybody's complaining, and my wife's like, "Hey, you guys are all so spoiled," you know, because we have like what I guess 3.5 baths or something.
Yeah.
Here at the old compound.
Yeah.
And so having one bathroom is quite the hardship if you have your own commode. But the bathroom was fine and everything. The only weird thing was it was like saloon doors.
What?
It wasn't a regular door. It was like a door cut down the middle.
Yeah.
And they both were attached to the wall like a saloon door.
That's weird.
But they went floor to ceiling, so you could shut it, and it was like it looked like kind of like some half-assed door from the outside, but literally it was two halves of a door. And then when you shut them, then they had this crazy mechanism to keep it so it wouldn't flop open, because that's all they wanted to do was open up if you didn't get it shut.
Everyone's watching you take a deuce, and they're like, "Hey, look at it."
Well, thankfully you're tucked around the corner, so you're not like just looking out the door. But I'm like, this is the kookiest. I mean, I've never seen a bathroom door like this where it's cut down the middle, and
That's weird.
it was like homemade, and
Yeah.
and the reason they did that was because then you don't have to open the door out in the hallway and fall down the stairs, which was right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
But like we have pocket doors, so we have a couple of bathrooms that have a pocket door where you just slide the door shut, you know.
Yeah.
And there is a latching mechanism on those, you know. So, but yeah, this was the weirdest thing. So, and then had a toilet, had a sink, and everything. The shower was like I was in a cinder block square.
Oh, what?
It was like your bathroom down your basement.
Yeah.
They had like dolled it up and everything, you know, but for all intents and purposes, you were inside like a cinder block square, and it had like a nice shower head and everything, but and they painted it nice and everything, but it was like, these are just cinder blocks.
My husband Chuck made this.
Yeah, it was totally a fabricated thing, and then they stuck like a regular, shower door that you open and close to it.
Yeah.
So it did. The top of the shower door was taller than the bricks. So I don't know. I was just like, okay,
DIY.
Yeah, or DIY, either one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but it was fine, and it was a roomy shower. I mean, it wasn't like yours where basically everything's clinging to you, but you step into it and you're like feel like you're getting hugged by the shower curtain. So it was roomy, but it just was not
Yeah.
it was a little odd to say that.
That's weird.
It was weird. It was very weird.
The nightstand was made out of Legos.
And then the worst part, not the worst part, but so I finally, I'm very uncomfortable if I'm outside the house. I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so, the first night I'm very uncomfortable anywhere I go. And even if it's a nice hotel or something, I still am uncomfortable. And I lay down and I finally get to sleep.
Yeah.
And then my wife's like, "What's that? What's that? I smell smoke."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So then we all had to get up and go sniff around the house. And we were smelling, I think, the Canadian wildfires.
Oh.
Because it smelled outside, it smelled inside, it smelled everywhere.
Yeah.
But she swears that it was only in the room, and I'm like, okay. I go, well, there's smoke detectors. But, everybody's on edge because of certain events.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
I
can't
know.
mention because then you get all mad at me. So
No, I know. No, I was thinking of your family actually when
yeah.
you were saying this. Actually,
So, but everything was fine. But it was just weird, and it's like, and then that didn't help me at all. So I got almost no sleep between the fact that I felt like I was sleeping on, like they took a mattress and dipped it in concrete or something. They're like, we're not going to have any problems with this mattress. We're going to dip it in concrete and let it dry. So
the hospital was throwing these away, so we pulled them out of the dumpster.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about a deal. And then they're in the house everywhere were these like fake trees, because it's very woodsy up there,
Yeah.
And they kind of had a woodsy theme going on. So there's all these fake trees with lights embedded in them.
Oh.
And they're plugged in, and they're like twinkling lights.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had all these trees, and then like every piece of artwork was of a tree.
Oh, God.
So there's all these paintings of trees.
Wait, it's all signed by Chuck. What the?
Yeah, it's a Chuck.
Jesus.
And then some of the paintings with trees had like metal paint in them, so they kind of were shiny. And like you'd walk past them, and it'd be like a glint, and you're like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this tree?"
It's a Wendigo.
It's a Wendigo. That's right. Oh my God, a Wendigo.
Those aren't trees. They're Wendigos.
And so it was like, and then because we sat down, we got there and got situated and sat down in the living room, and we just started noticing all these things. And then there was a piece of bark.
Yeah.
Like a birch bark as a decoration, just a piece of bark, like somebody ripped it off a tree and just set it on a table.
Chuck found us in Superior, so we brought it back.
That's right. We were in Superior, actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it was just so strange. It was such.
Well, I meant the lake, but okay. Yeah.
Well, we were actually in Superior, Wisconsin, right by Lake Superior.
I was on the lake.
So yeah. So then. I mean, all so strange. It was the strangest thing. We stayed there, though. It all worked out. But I was just like, this is so odd. All these trees.
Why do you have like the weirdest? I don't know. Huh?
I don't know. In the pictures, I guess I don't get involved in the choosing of anything because, I'm thinking it's best that I don't. So
I'm thinking in the description somewhere of all these places you say the phrase bargain basement.
Yeah, it seems that way to me. But
I think your wife's eyes light up like, hey.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that's still not the weirdest thing that happened. So we
then there's a hidden camera watching me.
Yeah, well, I always assume there's hidden cameras in Airbnbs. That's just my go-to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I know.
So, so we're there for a funeral, and we get there on Thursday night, and the funeral stuff is on Friday afternoon. And so we get up. It's going to be a nice day, and my wife's like, "It's going to be a nice day. We don't have to be anywhere till after lunch. Let's go do some stuff, and then we'll go, be sad after lunch."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, everybody's like, "Oh, okay, we'll do that, right?" So the problem was, Superior. So the funeral stuff was all in Duluth. And we were staying in Superior because it's bargain basement prices, and so she's like, "Well, just wear your clothes to go to the funeral, and we'll run around. We'll get some lunch. We'll head over to the funeral. Cry our eyes out and whatnot." And so we're like, "Oh, okay." So we're wearing our funeral clothes.
Let me guess: khakis, black shirt.
For me, yes, that was me.
Yeah, okay.
but for everybody else, they were dressed a little nicer. So then we're like, let's go to Leif Erikson Park. So we did that, which is great.
Thanks for coming to Leif Erikson Park.
Happy Leif Erikson Day, which is a great park there in downtown Duluth if you ever go. And we wander around Leif Erikson Park. And a strange British man approaches us, and he says,
"Hey, mate."
Yeah, he goes, Oh, hello. I don't think you're from around here. I hope you're enjoying the weather today.
Can I borrow some money?
He goes, we don't get many days like this in Duluth. You know, pip pip, cheerio. And we're like, what? This British guy is like a local. He's telling us to enjoy Duluth, and he's talking all Britishy.
Check your wallet quick.
Yeah. He's with us, some other guy too. So
check your purse and wallets quick, man.
Anyway, he was very nice, but it was very confusing because up there they talk like your relatives.
You betcha. Well,
you betcha. Yo, yeah. And
holy wow.
Oof da.
Oh, no, like they don't say that shit.
Yeah, Oofta's in Minnesota. And so anyway, that was weird. And so then my wife's like, "Hey, let's go to the lighthouse." Great, let's go to the lighthouse. So we start heading to the lighthouse, and there's a sign for Split Rock State Park. I think it was. Anyway, it could be called something else. And there's a waterfall there. And she's like, "Oh, let's go see the waterfall." "Oh yeah, let's go see the waterfall." So we're all in funeral clothes, and the waterfall's not like right there.
And then this German guy shows up. He's like, "You Americans are all the same."
Yeah, that's right.
Overall, always overdressing for the wrong occasions.
Overdressing for the wrong occasions, exactly.
Go ahead.
So we're like, let's go see the waterfall. So I'm like, well, I go, it doesn't look like it's too far to the waterfall. So we hoof it down to the waterfall, which turns out to be down several sets of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an upper, middle, and a lower part of the waterfall, which you can walk to. So we walk to the middle of the waterfall, and it's just like, down, and then we finally get to the waterfall, and it's hot now at this point. It's, probably like 10:30 or 11. So now everybody's sweating in our funeral clothes.
Oh, stinky.
And that was the easy walk because it all was downhill. Now we got to go back up.
Like it's Donkey Kong.
Yeah. So it was very picturesque, very beautiful. Everybody's like staring at us because we're all dressed.
Hi, mate.
Yeah, they're all giving it. Like, there's people with those walking sticks, like those aluminum poles walking this trail.
Oh, crazy!
There's people with like hydration backpacks walking down this trail.
No,
and then here we are in funeral clothes walking down to see the
Von Tropps.
It was funny. They're all giving us a stink eye. Like, what the fuck?
You got a lot of nerve walking around here, English.
Yeah. So then we had to go back up, and then we were just all sweaty, and then we did end up getting to the lighthouse. That wasn't quite as much of a trek, but so then we eat some lunch, and we show up at the funeral, and we're like all bedraggled.
Why don't you guys sit over there?
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Why don't you sit at the little kids' table, okay? Because they stink too.
That's right. Who's got the poopy diaper?
Oh.
Yeah, so anyway, we weren't too stinky, but it was like, we did do like a bit of a hike.
Your wife's like, quick, everyone, come here. I'm going to put on some patchouli on everybody. Come here.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We're going to stop over here at this,
lift up your arms, Bob.
Yeah, stop over here at this gift shop, and we're going to get some Whorehound candy and stick it in our armpits or something.
Hey, you smell like maple syrup there, old Bob.
That's right, yeah. But yeah, it was funny. So we were all had like gone on a bit of a hike prior to coming to the funeral, So I was just like, who does this? And everybody's like really giving us the weird look, like like we're Amish or something. I don't know.
Let's introduce our minister for today, Nigel. Hello, mate.
Oh, that was a whole other story. The minister guy. Holy shit.
Hello.
I won't go into that, but maybe another time. But yeah, that was a trip and a half. But getting there was half the fun. But we saw some really cool stuff. If you ever get up there, it's beautiful. But
so if I can get my ties together and my white shirts and stuff,
right, yeah. If you want to get, but maybe,
maybe you started a whole new thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we didn't throw any ashes on the waterfall. I can tell you that. But
yeah. You're like your old Victorian style people.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. We're all that fancy shit all the time.
Come on, Matilda. Let's go see the waterfall.
Let me put on my handlebar mustache.
That's right. I gotta wax my mustache here. Oh,
yeah,
my
I can see all
is falling. Yeah.
My seersucker suit.
Yeah, little 1900s action.
Lovey, where's your umbrella, Lovey?
That's right. Yeah. Dustin. Oh, Lovey.
You might start a new trend. You never know.
Hopefully not. I wasn't enjoying that part of the trend.
It's 110 degrees.
I didn't mind. It wasn't actually. I mean, down where I live, it's 90-some freaking degrees all the time now. Up there, it was in the 70s, so it wasn't too bad. But
yeah,
still not really the most enjoyable thing to walk around in dress clothes and dress shoes, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best soles for going hiking necessarily. So yeah, it was interesting. What's going on with you?
Well, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'll even match this. I don't know.
There's no competition here.
There is. In my mind, there is.
Yeah, I know. With you, everything's a competition. That's your nature.
So I had a dream that people were so like. My youngest son, I convinced him like 6 months ago to switch to my bank. He's not a big banker, right?
Right. You go, hey, if you switch to my bank, I get a toaster, son.
I go, hey, listen, I know people.
I get some shot glasses that say I'm a banker.
Yeah, I'm trying to, throw my weight around. I'm like, I know a lot of people at this bank. Yes. I'm like, just go there, tell them who I am, and this is like 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, tell them who I am, and they're like, who?
Yeah, who? What the fuck?
Oh, the guy who writes all the bad checks. Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, we know him.
The down blouser. Yeah.
That's right.
And, he calls me back. This is like 6 months ago, and he's like, I can't do it. I go, why? You have to have an appointment. You can't go in.
Really?
I'm like, oh, well, that's bullshit. So I call up, No, you can't walk into a bank like that. You have to have an appointment.
Really? They do appointments only now?
I'm like, well, certainly it doesn't take that long to start a simple account.
Yeah,
that takes 2 hours.
What?
What?
What are they talking about? You can do it online in like 5 minutes.
Well, that's what they said. They go, sir, we gave him instructions how to do it online. I'm like,
okay.
So I'm like, okay, so that's like 6 months ago, right? So he gets it going. That's fine. Okay, so flash forward to last week. He gets, he's not really used this account very much. He's going to here pretty soon. But the point is he gets a couple of smaller checks, right?
Right.
And I go, well, you can just, there's different ways to deposit this. I go, listen, we're run some errands tonight. Let's just go through their drive-through ATM, and I will.
Yeah.
Dada will show you how to do it because Dada's a very important man.
In his mind,
I know
he's
people.
A very important man. Yes.
I'm like mayor of the town. I'm so important.
Yeah. True. Yeah. And mayor's concubine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and this. The ATM refuses to recognize these checks. No.
Really?
No.
That's weird.
It's like Monopoly money. Like, no.
Are you putting them in wrong or something? I mean,
I did everything. I use this all the time because I'm very old school. I use this, but anyway.
Well, now you just take a picture with your phone and send it in.
Well, I know my wife does that. I know. I'm one step away from doing that now.
Oh yeah,
So,
now I am. Now I'm gonna do it. Now
see,
that I've been humiliated in front of my child several times, I'll do this.
oh, father. Yeah, I know, because that ruins my whole being a big shot thing that I
Father.
think I am. You know.
Yeah. Well, Chuck was Chuck
Well,
not there? Chuck should
well,
let you in. He always opens the door for me.
Open it up for me and bingo. You know, goddamn. So I'm like, after about 2 or 3 tries, I'm like, F this, we'll leave. We'll just deal with it later.
I'll just take these checks on and then I'll put it in later for you.
Yeah.
Can you write something out to cash?
Yeah. I'll pull my brother-in-law's trick. Let me hold on to your money, Myers. Yeah. And so I accidentally push his card back in the machine, and it's not coming back out. All right, so this simple...
And you had to be a big shot, did you?
I know, this has totally ruined my whole, Billy Joel big shot moment.
Open up your mouth. You had to be a big shot.
I go, listen, okay. At this point, I'm like having a mental breakdown. I'm like, all right, listen, I will go here tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Well, give me a screwdriver. Give me a screwdriver, yeah.
Give me that M80. We're going to blow this MF wide open. I go, I will go here tomorrow morning and fix it. Just Dad knows people. He's very important.
Yeah.
Super important man. People don't F with me. I'm the mayor of the city. I am going to go in there.
Yeah. You're trying to pull some shit that your dad would pull.
Oh, I know. The apple did not fall far from the tree. So, that's the problem. So I go in there.
Those days are long gone, my friend.
I go in there. I go, hey, listen, 2 problems. I go, number 1, it will not accept this Monopoly money checks that I have.
Right.
And number 2, it stole my son's card.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, well, let me do those checks.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And I dealt with the guy first. That was it. I dealt with the guy.
Oh, now he's changing his tune. Now.
I said this was gonna be like a Tarantino movie, and damn it is. Before I went there in the morning, I called up this one guy, and he's like, "Yeah, there's no effing way you're getting your card back. They're gonna cut it up."
Really? Why?
Well, we don't control that. An outside company controls this.
Oh my God.
It's called Umbrella. I'm like,
the
okay,
Umbrella
wait a minute.
Corporation? Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. This is from a video game or something. Wait a minute. This isn't real. I know it's. And okay, so guy A says no effing way. So I go there. In the morning, I'm dealing with girl A.
And you go in there and you're like, I'm an important person. They're not going to cut up the card for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I know how your mind works. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, I'm the king of the county.
By the time I leave here, I'm going to get that card and a blowjob and these checks deposited.
And not in that order either. I'm going to tell you right now. Right. Right. So at first the girl's like, yeah, the guy on the phone was correct. You're not. There's no way you're getting that back. I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, what the fuck? God damn it. And she's like, oh, wait a minute. It's Thursday. Right?
Yeah, Thursday.
I'm like, oh, well, what does that mean? She goes, well, that's when the service truck comes to pick up all this money out of the ATM.
Really?
I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, wait, maybe we can.
Maybe it will work.
What's your son's name again? I go, okay, this. And she goes, give me his phone number.
Miles Jr.
Miles Jr. No, it's not Miles. This is Bo Cephas. But
Bo Cephas.
That's where I thought it got weird. She's like, wait a minute, how old is he?
How old is he? What's that got to do with anything?
I go, what the fuck does that have to do with it? I'm some random pedo that goes around putting money in kids' accounts.
Now, when I was a kid, there was this guy who would pay for video games at the arcade. Anyway.
But he had kind of a weird way of a payback.
Yeah, he would always want to, touch you.
So I'm like, okay, you're interrupting my whole king of the county jive here, man. All right.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, all right. So she like, I'll tell you what. This when they come here, we can definitely get your kid's card. I said, okay, great.
Yeah, right.
Because it's a little bit of a hassle to get a replacement and all that. So I said, okay. All right. So I go to leave, and this is the exciting conclusion, by the way. As I go to leave,
I'm on pins and needles.
One of these gray, bank trucks shows up with all security,
Loomis.
Loomis. Yeah.
I think that is the name of one of those.
Loomis. Yeah, this old guy with look a lot like Donald Pleasance jumps out, hey, Loomis. And no, it pulls up. I'm like, oh, that must be the truck.
Yeah.
So I go, maybe I'll stick around.
Did you go talk to him and he pull his gun on you or something?
No. I didn't want to get shot. I go, no. So I go back in. The girl I was dealing with is working she's working the drive-through now, right?
She's on break or something, yeah.
So I talked to girl B, right?
Okay.
And I go, hey, is that the truck outside that picks up the money and stuff?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, sir. Oh, no, sir. I couldn't tell you that. What?
They're like, assume the position.
Okay, it's obviously a truck that hauls cash. It's obviously, it's nothing else that this truck could be. It's not a garbage truck, it's not a police car.
Right, yeah.
It definitely, this girl B would not tell me anything. She's like, oh, no.
You crossed the line, my friend.
Now, I'm like grossly overweight. I'm diabetic, I'm like, clearly older man, and I'm going to pull off the heist of a lifetime.
I'm the diabetic bandit.
The diabetic, you got any, diabetic bandit, yeah.
Just throwing candy at you, hoping that you're going to
hold on, I need
go
an
into
injection.
a coma or something.
Hold on, I need to take my injection.
Give me just sorry, ma'am. Give me just a moment.
Yeah, hold on, ma'am.
I got to pull my pants down. Hold on a second.
I got to take this thing on my arm that takes to my reading. Hold on, wait a minute.
Just a moment. Fuck. Hold on.
Oh, shit, I'm over 550. Oh, fuck.
I'm the diabetic bandit.
Yeah, so, this girl B is like, oh, no, you tricky son of a bitch. I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not going to fall for that again.
Because I was thinking, okay, I could just wait there 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Explain the situation. At this point, I'm just like, fuck, I'm going to work. Fuck it.
Yeah. I'm going to get out of here before I get arrested. Jeez Louise.
They have ruined my whole vibe.
Yeah, I'm king of the county.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized my name means nothing now.
Oh, Mr.
Absolutely.
Trump. Of course you're here to help get your card back.
I just wish I was Mr. Torrance walking in. Don't worry, Mr. Torrance.
Yeah.
The money's no good here, Mr. Torrance.
Yeah. So did you ever get the card back?
My son actually had to make a special trip there, and he did get the card back.
Oh,
yes.
Thank goodness. You didn't totally screw him over.
But I'm like, how much bureaucracy and security and
I cannot tell you if that's an armored car or not.
Oh, sir, we don't know what that secret that says Brinks on it. I couldn't tell you that, sir.
I can't talk about that.
You're clever, sir, but you're not that clever.
That's hilarious. Oh, I can't.
What?
Biff.
Wait a minute. He came back in, and the teller knew him from high school.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake.
Oh, knew your son? That's hilarious.
Here I am.
He's got the in. You got nothing.
I know. Here I am having to give it a blood sample and a semen sample and everything else.
That part you don't mind.
And now my son has become the king of the county.
He's the king of the county. He's like, he comes in and he goes, "Hey, it's Billy, the Brinks truck driver. Hey, you see my card in there anywhere?"
Hey, kid, you ever want to show up to that bar again? We'll buy you drinks.
Marcy told me about that. She went to school with you, Bocephus. Yeah, we'll get your card back. Don't worry about it, buddy. Who was the weirdo who was here earlier asking questions?
There was this guy. He claimed to be your dad.
He looked like he was wearing a toupee, and it was just this fat guy.
I mean, he limped in here for some reason, like he had a gun. But then I thought maybe he's just fat. I don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
He's definitely diabetic, though. I know it. I can tell it.
Yeah, I can tell. He kept dropping his sugar pills. I don't know what's going on. His little sugar tablets all over the place. Look like fucking Necco wafers all over the goddamn place.
Where's my metformin? God damn it! Bingo, did you bring my metformin? Bingo.
They look like a walking, talking Larry Flint going on.
I know. All I was missing was the wheelchair coming in.
That's right. Look like Larry Flint's brother come walking in.
I look like frickin' Louis Anderson walking in to knock off the bank. I want all the money. Jesus Christ.
Louis Anderson as a thief. Oh my gosh.
I want all the money.
They're like, hey, weren't you the guy that was holding up all those Arby's?
Put the money in my purse.
I like the Jamocha shake. I can't help myself.
I've got a fanny pack. Fill that full of cash.
Where's it at? I can't see it.
Mind the metformin. Don't steal that.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah, I know. I'm nothing. I am nothing. I am nothing now. I am nothing.
Maybe you should pull back a little bit on that King of the County business, you know.
I know, man. I'm Buzz Lightyear when he figured out he couldn't fly. That's me. Yeah, I was like,
this isn't, back in your dad's day where he used to get the keys out of the fishbowl, you know what I mean, and had a lot of secrets on people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
you're right
the
there.
ice storm situation that he had going on back in his younger days. So.
True. Yeah, true that. True.
Hey, how's Margie?
I'm just an ordinary man like you now, Bob.
That's right. Margie, you ever get that bush trimmed?
I can't fly anymore.